Nicola, less than 24 hours nearly after you play an incredible semi-final, you're expected to go out and try and beat that Dutch team in the World Cup final. The weather out there was incredible, the heat was really intense. How are you feeling physically after that?
I'm wrecked. I think we're all a bit wrecked. Yeah, it's a short turnaround. We knew it was going to be difficult, because of the short turnaround, and then the heat added on top of that adds to the difficulty. But we just played our hearts out, and adrenaline kicks in, and you find energy from somewhere. And I think obviously the scoreline we weren't overly happy with, but the Dutch are number one in the world for a reason, and I think we have a silver medal, so we have a lot more to be proud of.
Well, we had men's goalkeeper David Fitzgerald back in studio discussing the game as it was being played, and he was saying that he feels that this is probably the best attacking team he's seen in women's hockey. So even though the scoreline was 6-0, they have punished other teams a lot more in this tournament, so maybe some pride to be taken from that. And you kept a clean sheet as well in the last quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think some of their goals we'd probably be a little bit disappointed with, because it probably came from a few mistakes from ourselves. But again, yeah, I think we had our chances. We put them under a little bit of pressure at times, and in the last quarter or second half we only conceded one goal. So I think we're not used to playing them. We haven't played them in a very long time, and it's good to go out and just play attacking style of hockey. Like, that's what we want to do. We don't want to be a team that sits back and defends all the time. And look, we had nothing to lose out there, so we said, look, just go out and enjoy it.
What was the toughest thing about playing against that Dutch team?
Just their movement. Their movement's excellent. Off the ball, they managed to run in behind you quite well, play a little give and go. So it's just really hard to track the runners, and they're just all individually class players. So it's just, it's difficult. But I thought we did really, really well.
Yeah, because they're professional as well, that makes such a difference in a game like this. Did you really notice the step up in quality from the other games you've played, with all due respect to the other teams like Spain and India?
Yeah, definitely. I think just the style that they play, they really don't go very individual. They like to give the ball, they like to get it back, and they just seem to know where each other are all the time. So I think it's a trait that they play in Holland, with this style of movement and giving the ball early and getting it back and just trying to move it as fast as they can, and they're exceptional at it.
So they're setting the standard. Do you think in the future, that's something obviously you aspire to? Can Ireland get there?
Yeah, I think we can definitely try to close the gap. I think things like what we've just done here, this tournament, will definitely help. We'll have learned a huge amount, grown a huge amount, and we'll have an awful lot of confidence to play anyone in the world. And that's what we have to do. We have to just play these teams more regularly and know that, with a bit more time together, that we can close that gap.
I know you've been, hidden away from what's been going on back home because the country's gone hockey crazy. You'll find all about it, I'm sure, in the next while. You've been off social media, that kind of thing. But the support you got here in the ground today, in the stadium, really was fantastic. How much did that help, especially in the closing stages when you were so low on energy?
Yeah, it was just incredible. I mean, every time we got the ball, the place just erupted. It was amazing. Every single fan, I don't even know if they were Irish, but they were all behind us. So yeah, I mean, the fans have been incredible, and I think, in any Irish sport, the fans always get behind their team, and without them I don't think we would have played as well or had the energy to keep going. But yeah, they were brilliant today.
So out tonight, you're going to celebrate that silver medal, I'm sure, yeah?
Absolutely. Get me a drink.
Brilliant stuff. Thanks, Nicky.